we haven't talked about cash buyers yet. The range is what you're offering the seller. Okay. In that range, you'll see later today when you're looking for those comps, you'll also be able to identify what you can sell it for once you get the contract locked up. So okay. Comps is going to come. We're going to do that in a little while, but it's comps that's going to tell you what you can offer. So he told you what the bullet points were, but we're going to break down how to run comps here in a little bit.
Okay. So you're asking me, my question was, your top number of ranges should always be 10 to 15K above.
So your question was, oh, too true to get the cash buyer a better deal.
I was asking for clarification. So like you would offer, like in the example you said 150, you would say, or you would say 135, right? To try to get the cash buyer a better deal. So they're not paying as much.
No, so you can get a better deal and get more profit.
Okay.
So if you did your numbers and the most you can buy it for is 150, that's automatically, the way we teach you is to already make 10,000, right? So yeah. anything less than 150 is profit in your pocket. Okay. So if you sell it for 140, then you'll make 20,000. If you sell it for 145, you'll make 15,000, you know, and you just go up and go up. So that negotiation, we're telling you to do that so you can have room to negotiate up or down with the seller. But whatever you negotiate is more money in your pocket, not the buyer's.
Oh, because the seller in that case would pay 150.
The seller's not paying anything. We're paying the seller. We're buying it from the seller, and then we're going to sell it.
The buyer would give you 15 grand out of that.
So let me give you an example.
Yeah.
The house is, we did our comps, right?
Yeah.
And based off of our comps, our MAO is 150.
Right.
That's the highest we can buy it and make $10,000. Okay. So that means if we buy it for 150, we did the comps and we noticed that cash buyers are paying 160 for this property.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to go to the seller and I'm going to start my negotiations at, let's just say 80 to 135. Okay. The seller says, no, Griffin, I won't accept anything less than 140. You're like, okay, well, let me see what I can do. You know, if I agree to pay closing costs, will you come down to 135? The seller's like, nope, 140. You're like, okay, let me talk to my partner. I'll get back with you. Go talk to your partner, come back. You say, okay, I got good news. We can go ahead and do the 140. Okay. Now, your MAO was 150. If you buy it to her for 140 and you're selling it to the cash buyer for 160, all that in between is your money.
Okay.
So that's $20,000 that you would get as an assignment fee.
Okay. I think I understand.
What's going to help is when we run comps. I think you're trying to figure out how we determine that number. And I think that's going to help you better understand how to disposition it. So you got to acquisition it low and disposition it so you can make money. So the way to get those juicy deals and get that money is to buy it as low as you can.
Right. Okay. Basically, they're arriving at 140 and you're signing it to the buyer for 160. You make the 20K.
In the middle. Yep.
So you just tell the buyer that, oh, they gave me 160, or they said they did it for 140 and you're buying it for 160, or how do you?
No. So if you do an assignment, when the HUD comes out, the buyer will see what you paid for it and the seller will see what you sold it for. But at that point, everybody's already signed, right? But if you do a double close, nobody will see what you made because you'll close on it with the seller and then an hour later you'll close on it with the buyer and the buyer won't know what you bought it for. So that's why we teach you double close or assignment. And that's why we say watch your profit in your relationship, because it could be affected if you don't have that good relationship with the buyer.
Gotcha. Okay. I think I'm starting to make sense. I mean, it's all like that 20% you get, that 20K you get, it's like ethical, like the 20K is the assignment fee that the buyer will pay.
Yes. So when the buyer sends in their money, then it will pay back the transactional lender that helped you fund the A to B side with the seller. And then you'll get your $20,000 that that your profit was for selling the house. So you're buying it for 140 and you're selling it for 160 to sum it up.
It's in your possession for that, whatever that duration.
Yes. So say the seller was like, nah, Griffin, I need 150.
Gotcha.
Say, okay, I can do 150. How much would you make, Griffin?
10 grand.
There you go. So we're going to teach you how to identify what cash buyers are buying for so you can know how you need to buy it low.
Okay. That example helped like clarify it, just because I guess my thing was, are you paying, is the cash buyer doing it in an ethical way? Like, are they okay with paying the extra markup? But if they're already paying at that amount,
we're buying them low. We're not buying it at fair market value, at retail value. We're buying it at fair market value. Right. We're teaching you how to buy at fair market value. So you're not, if it was retail, then they could just list it, right? We're coming in as an investor as is, no repairs. We're buying it as is because the buyer is going to put the money into it to fix the property up and get retail value. So we're like that in between money. You're flipping the contract from you to them and you're getting paid for it.
Okay.
So do you know anything about trading Forex? All that stuff? I don't, but it's kind of similar to that, I hear.
Like you're day trading real estate. It's like you're flipping that value that the cash buyer is willing to pay that much.
Yes, because to them, it's going to be a deal. We're going to teach you how to buy it so that it's a juicy deal for them too, right? Because if what you're not knowing is that even though your MAO is 150, the house is worth $230,000.
Right.
You got it for 150. You're selling it to the buyer for 160. The buyer's putting about $40,000 to fix it up. He's going to put it on the market for about 200,000, and he's going to sell it for 230.
Okay. Right. In the fix and flip is really what, you know.
Yes, you're just selling it to a person that fixes and flips.
Yeah. Okay.
It starts to make more sense as the day go on, I promise you. And I'll make sure you understand it.
And they'll pay the 160 in full, like all cash liquidity.
Yeah, because they can make 230 once they put some money into it.
Nice. Cool.
Which is why we ask in the script, tell me a little bit about the property. Has it been updated? Have you made any repairs to it? Because we're trying to help calculate what that repair cost would be.
Makes sense.
All right. Good, Griffin?
Thank you.
All right.